Aloha guys! Mangaon lunchtime. Pancit and rice with small pieces of chicken. I'm so hungry. um, tabian kayo ko no? Last night, tabian kayo ko. Di pa maulan jud ko pag-ayo sa Arnis. Anyway, I jumped from one topic to the other. Storyahan ta mo, ako manggi-cut off ang story ni Dad. Good gabi. Kay nagduka na ko, midnight naman gaiting ako ato natulog. One day, nasakit si Dad. Mga 3 months, my 3rd month there, maybe 4th month, I can't remember. Nasakit si Dad, unya, na-hospital siya ba? Tirahanan iyahang nose, diri dapit kay murag doon na siya sinus infection. I can't remember what it was, but a family had to visit the hospital and take care of the paperwork for him because he wasn't able. So I went, and then they wouldn't let me in because I wasn't a relative. I keep calling his sister, which he hasn't spoken in quite some time. Gagmay pa sila. Murag, nagkabikil ba niya? Naminyo ang iyang sister to sa Florida. Wala na sila nagtingog, and then the sister had 3 boys niya. Dagko na, my age. Wala sad kaila sa iyaha. Murag, they disowned each other, which is not good, but sometimes it happens. So he didn't really consider them family. So he was still able to sign some paperwork, and then he put my name, so they allowed me to come in and take care of him while he was in the hospital. Pag uli niya, I took off of work for 2 weeks, and usually here I claim him as an immediate family. Unya, here if you do that, if you take care of a family who's sick, you get paid if you're off for more than 2 weeks. So I did that. I took care of him. When he got better, he was worried about getting sick again and no one, to help him out. So I said, oh, I'll help you out. And he's like, but you can't sign paperwork because we're not family. So to make a long story short, I decided that we should get married. Kay baw ko nga gay siya, but he never came out of his shell. Because he's Jewish, and at that time, when he was growing up, it wasn't accepted as a Jewish guy. Murag, he kept it by himself. He really never told anyone about it. I asked him at one point when I first came to the country, because murag nakanotice ko ba nga, murag siya kuan, kana magtan-og sa lida niya, murag kuan ba, bayat gyud. I asked him one day, he didn't say anything. Niingon lang siya, mao ni akong diary, basa ha, if you wanted to know. Ako sang gibasa, so that, confirmed it. So anyway, I don't have any problem about gay people. I love them. A lot of my friends here are successful and they're gay. They're married, they adopted a lot of people, traveled, help a lot of people all throughout the world. So I love them. And also, they're very motivated and smart, most of them. Anyway, so I told him, well, I can marry you, and then they wouldn't be able to say anything. He's like, you're willing to do that? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have family here, so you take care of me as a dad, and I take care of you. We can help take care of each other. And siya, okay. So we got married, and eventually I sent the pictures to my parents, and they're happy because I'm married. I'm not gonna go gallivanting around with people. But, I think my parents trusted me though. But anyway, that was what they wanted. After that, I told Dad, I've saved enough and I want to rent my own apartment. And he says, "Oh, okay." So he helped me find an apartment. We found one right across the beach in South Redondo, and he said, "The only thing though is you now have to start paying rent instead of staying with me, and it's free, but since you're fiercely independent, I want you to know it's very expensive. You might have to live paycheck by paycheck for a while because you're still not making enough. Unya, don't worry about the car, palitante ka og car as your gift, for working so hard." Lipay kaayo ko. So he bought me my new car, my first car. And then I already had my driver's license. He taught me driving on the weekends. And yeah, I promised him because mura na siya older as I was jumping from one company to the other. Got promoted, and yeah, kanang dako. At one point, mas dako pa ko og sweldo sa iya ha. Ako siyang giingnan nga kanang, "You can live with me at the beach, it's nice." He's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that to you because eventually you're gonna start dating, maybe you'll have your own kids, and I don't want to be in the way." So I'm like, "Well, I'm sure if they really love me, they'll understand that I had to take care of you, right?" He's like, "No, I don't want to do that." So what I did was I asked him to move near me. That way I can go to work and I can still watch over him. Kaunsa ko. So he did. He sold his house, moved near me. So when he's sick or he's not feeling good, someone needs to pick his prescription up from the pharmacy, and then I can do that. I returned the favor by visiting him once a week just to make sure he's okay. He was getting older. I would buy him food, grocery, and I would go food shopping. I just asked him to call me and tell me unsa ang iyahang gustong ipapalit. Mga broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, kanang bananas, kamote, mao na iyahang permig yung kanon, kanang very healthy. Eggs, milk, cereal, oatmeal, and so ako yung magkumpra sa iya ha. Anyway, I don't have anything else to do except wake up, go to work, then eat real fast, go to school, then come home, study a little bit, go to sleep, and then my day starts over again. So Saturday and Sunday I would go visit him. We would go to the church, or we would go to the park and feed the ducks, feed the squirrels. We would go to animal shelters and help out, groom the cats and dogs, cut their nails, give them showers or baths, walk the dogs. We would volunteer together. So we did a bunch of things together. Pero kanang yung magluya siya, kanang eventually murag dili na siya ganahan nga magpatabang ba. So one day niingon siya, you should really start dating. No, I don't know, I don't want to. I don't know, my focus was school and work, making money, saving. That way I can buy my own house, and then I can still, help my mom. And I don't want my mom to ever worry again sa kanang finances. Ingon siya, "Yeah, but eventually you're gonna start dating, and I want you to, because I want you to start your own family someday." I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to have family. I love kids, but I don't want to take care of kids. I don't know why. Well, later on I'll tell you why. There's a reason." But he wanted to do the paperwork for divorce. And I'm like, no, we did this so you can, or someone can sign paperwork and take care of you. He's like, no, I'm not doing this because I don't trust you, because I have money and all that. I trust you, and I knew you were a good person from the very beginning, but if you should start dating, the guys would have some issue with it. They'll question, they'll interrogate you, why nga nung imong siyang tabangan, ba? So para kung nawalay gubot, mag-divorce. So I said, oh, okay. Nibalhin siya layo-layo, 40 minutes away from my place. Wa ko kasabot. Ako lang sang gipasagdan kay pap, mura baya siya kung sekandad. Sagdan lang nako. But we still did together, like on Saturdays and Sundays, feed the squirrels, the ducks at the park. The one we always do, Manoroy and then one time, ningon siya, sometimes maghinuktok lagi ka. Ano si Dad? Yung kuwa man good. Ano siya, I catch you all the time nga maghinuktok ka. You miss your parents? Ko, yeah, I always miss them, but they write me. He's like, do you miss someone in particular? So akong giingnan si Dad. Paglarga na ko after high school with you sa US, I left someone behind. Manambok yung kuan, diba? So he's like, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I can listen. So ako siyang giistoryahan uyab na ako sa kuan high school. Istorya. And siya, you miss him. Yeah, but I haven't really spoken to him in a while, so I'm just hoping he's okay. And siya, you have enough money and you have your own place, so you should bring him here. So pangitaa siya pauli sa Pilipinas, pangitaa siya. So diri ko sa Pinas sa US mga 5-6 years, or no, maybe 3 years. Naingon siya, pangitaa, pauli ko sa Cebu. Wa ko ni bisita kay I don't really know how to. We didn't have closure. I don't know how to approach him. I still feel guilty for leaving, but it's either I please my family and help out my family financially by coming here, or I stay with him. And I know in my heart I should have stayed, but my mom always surfaced in my mind, and I should help because I did promise my mom that I would help her when I get older. No to. Visit sa close friends from high school. Someone told me, ang kuan man, nanay uyab. Ang kumao ba? So, pagkadungog na ko ingon ana agoy, ang pain ba? Oh, well, anyway, I deserve it. It's fine. So, I just visited family. I came back. Akong ingnan si Dad. Nanamay koan, uyab daw. Unsya, it might not be true. So, research and maybe call him or something. Namalhin naman sila. So, wala namin nagka-contact. Unya, ako na lang sanggi tasagdan, like, no, well, he probably forgot me already anyway. So apparently, I heard he went to college, and then dunay kanang mga activities ingon ana, unya he met someone. That's what I heard. I went back again to the Philippines 2 years later or 3 years later. Nangumusta na sa ko sa kanang mga close friend ba from high school. Doon na niingon, ay, kuan man, kanang na corner, doon na murag na pamabdusan siya. Hilaka, gina ako ato. I was only in the Philippines for 2 days. Pauli ko, naanaman ko, kanang naanay-anak, yung studying. Then it's not meant to be, at least you tried. So I focused on my studies, work, everything, and you know, I tried to forget him, but all the while I started hating men. Kaya nga no, na-hurt ko, but I understood. I was the one who left. You know, how could I expect him nga kanang maghuwad siya? But I kind of punished men. Every time I met someone, I'm really nice. I'm like, oh, hi, Anna. Date. Okay, well, I don't go on dates, so the Filipino culture is that you have to visit me at home, we talk outside, and then you leave. That's how we get to know each other. Ingon, ana akong gibuhat. Daghan yung gayong nanguyab, daghang nanguyab, but I can't keep him out of my mind. So, to make a long story short, I had about 13 marriage proposals. I didn't really go out on a date, kiss, hold hands, and murag, the way I did it was, ako silang pabisitahon sa balay, kaya I don't trust them. They always say, oh, I'll pick you up, and then I'll drop you off. No, it's okay, I have a car, but what you'll need to do is, I want it like the way it's done in the Philippines. The courtship is very important to me. Yeah, ako sa yung gituyo nga atos lang mo bisita sa balay unya naaman ang akong auntie nga murag kanang tag-iya siya sa akong giabangan nga apartment. So every time na mamisita, magluto siya, and then bantayan ba ko niya, babantayan to make sure I'm safe and ano. So it was nice. So, I can't remember mga year 2000, I went home to the Philippines. Ngun si dad, bisitaon daw, kay basag dili tinuod ang mga gossips. So, I went to his old house, you know, to see if the mom is still there and everyone. That day, I think it was August or July, I can't remember. And then I found out from neighbors na namalhin na daw niya. Actually, doon na gid siya napamabdusan. Pero the time nga I heard nga na corner siya na agipamabdusan, dili di ay to tinuod. So recently lang, mga 2000 ingon ana, pag uli na nako, nagtinuod gyud nga talianak na doon na napamabdusan. And that day, when I tried looking for him by myself, dito sa, di lang ko masulti. That was his wedding day. Super tidyong hilak na ko, kay, you know, I had enough money I've saved for both of us. He doesn't have to work. Perting hilak na ko, dito ko sa Pipito Beach, sa Liloan, kay permi dito sa ona mag-study. Dito ko naghilak. Well, he was getting married anyway. Mana. So that was the last time I tried, and then after that I was able to move on, and I'm like, I'm gonna start opening up my heart because he now has fallen in love with someone else, and yet na kids. I'm not going to ask about him anymore. So I forgot all about him for a long time. And yet, nanako tiwasan, I have to go back to work. Aloha!